Hello, it's Audrey from Odds and Ends, and here's a little video of what I've been up to lately. First, we're going to start with Happy Mail. So, I got my first Astara card, and this is from Silver Soul Fox, one of my witchy sisters. She gave us a spring card, and look at all the stickers she provided, and her wax seal is just beautiful. And she also provided some spring flowers. I got the candy cane zinnias. Now, I've never planted zinnias before, so we will see. I'll probably be planting them this coming up weekend. We're a little cold right now. Our last hurrah for winter. Next week, we should be perfect for planting. And I got my first birthday card. Birthday is this Friday, and I'm going to be 55 years old, or young, however you want to put it. And she makes the cards. She really wants me to get back. Well, she doesn't care. I really want to get back into paper crafting again, watching her videos. So check her out. She has two channels, Mystical Misty 1 and Mystical Misty 2. And she's very, very talented. And she provided a whole bunch of stickers and some ribbon. And it's my first birthday card of the year. Okay, so last weekend I didn't find anything thrifting. This weekend I found some things. They were marked $8.49, but I had a 30% off sticker. So you guys do the math. So these are vintage, obviously. Look at these labels. I'm like, oh my goodness. Now, I was there and I was like, okay, do I need 2 of these? No. And I didn't even know how sturdy these caps are going to be. Now, some of them are a little loose. I wouldn't recommend putting herbs in it that you want to cook with. But for supplies, for the loose ones, it'd be perfect. Rock chips, you know, sand, salt, anything, you know, feathers, acorns, berries, pine cones. Oh, I'm gonna go hang them up in a little bit, and I will show you where I hung them in a little bit. Okay, next. Okay, if anyone knows, I love Alice in Wonderland. I also am fond of rabbit holes. My husband, it's a running joke all the time when we're on YouTube that we've fallen in a rabbit hole and we can't get out. So we started looking up one thing, and then it goes to suggested videos, and it gets to there, and then it gets to there, and it gets to there. And pretty soon you were looking at why hippos migrate in the winter. You know, absolutely nothing to do with what you were started off watching. So because of that, I have a rabbit hole tattoo on my wrist. So when I seen this, and JD Robb is Nora Roberts' alter ego, and I don't really collect her stuff. It's more police. It's her character in those books. She's a police officer, and it's some really creepy ass crime, and I'm not into it. But as a writer, she's awesome. So I decided I had to get that book, $1.50. My favorite incense sticks, you guys all might laugh at me, but the Nag Champa. And I do like the brand, has several different scents of it, but this particular one is my favorite. And whenever I have to go to the smoke shop to get my husband bag of tobacco or rolling papers or filters or whatever, and he rolls his own cigarettes, less chemicals in it. He tried vaping for a year, but it ended up giving him pleurisy, so he can't vape. And he's not giving up the habit, so we were compromising, and he either smokes, you know, Mary Jane, or he smokes the tobacco that is more natural. I love the mushroom themes at the dollar store. These are my last 2 things that I just picked up this week. The Live, and it's a mushroom sunflower capped, and a little guy for my mushroom fairy garden for outside. And I will, once I pull weeds and clean up the yard a little bit, I'll film that next weekend. And I bought another incense stick holder, and of course, you know, I always try to find incense holders that don't take up a whole lot of room, but catch the incense. Yeah, if my stick stood up completely straight always, then maybe it would work. But anyway, yeah, so those are that. And hang on, okay, I'm just going to talk about this here because it's here. We went to Indoor Swap Meet, and I'll show a video of that shortly. But there is a witch's shop over on that side of town, which I hardly ever go to, that side of town. It's called Blasphemy Boutique. And I'd seen it advertised on my local witch page on Facebook. And I saw this and I'm like, oh my God, I have to have it. I laughed hysterically. So now that Lake Mead is dropping in, the water levels are lowering, they have found quite a few human remains in there. And obviously this town was built on the mob, and we all assume there's going to be dead bodies on the bottom of the lake. Hidden cities have been found there that have flooded over the years. Cars have been down there, but the last couple of years we found a lot of bodies. So she bottled this up. It's called Lake Mead Corpse Water. And I love it. I hysterical. She says that if you have Hulu, you can look up her boutique, Blasphemic Boutique. There is a special, it's something about Lake Mead. I'll have to go look for it and see if I can find it. But they did a special on her and her corpse water bottles. And I bought a few more tops for work at the thrift store, and they were all 30% off. So we have this one, pink. I love ruffled sleeves. So did this. Hang on one second. Let me set this down. We have this one, has the picoate cutout sleeves and the ruffles. And another paisley, because I love paisley. We have this t-shirt material with the ruffled bottoms, but kind of reminds me of an ink blot pattern. And this one was 50% off and then 30 on top of that. And I'm not 100% sure. I haven't tried it on, so I don't know how long it's going to hit me. It may be a dress, or it may be a tunic with some with some red leggings. I do have red leggings, and I also have red fishnets. So either way, I will be wearing it. Some for work or out to a concert, or obviously not on regular weekends because I don't get dressed up that dressed up for weekends. And hang on one second. Everybody's been posting Astara Easter videos, and I just wanted to show you. My grandma made these years ago for us, and they are paper mache, decoupaged with yarn and painted. And this is my basket of Easter eggs, and I bring this out every year. I have a whole bunch of paper mache vegetables as well, and those sit up above my kitchen cabinets in a jar to keep them as dust-free as possible. I also have a bowl of paper mache mushrooms she made. I used to have the three wise men way back, and I had those until one of my winter globes, the glitter globes for, you know, the Christmas holiday season, it broke in my garage, and everything in that box got wet. Oh, when we were down in Florida, wet garage equals mold. So everything that was in that box got tossed. So it is what it is. I'm not really into the three wise men. I just really, really liked them because my grandma made them, and they had jewels hanging from his fingers. So okay, well, that's all for my haul for this week, and I will show you clips of the Indoor Swap Meet, Harley Davidson, and whatever else I have on my film this week. Okay, talk to you guys later. Bye. Okay, so I wanted to let you know I did hang my shelves. I have not put anything in them yet. That will be a whole different video. I will also need more labels for my labeler. I used most of my tape from my labeler, just my Simple Brother labeler. I used most of them last weekend when I decided to label all my miscellaneous rocks that I have multiples that don't go on my display shelf. So yeah, they're all labeled, and so are the bigger jars. So yeah, so those jars will also be labeled when I have things in there. I lit another candle. Pretty soon you won't even be able to see the jar. I think I only have one more of this drip candle, and then I'll start a new bottle when I get more candles. And I forgot to show you, my husband found a perfectly preserved bee the other day, and it still has, I don't know if you can see or not, but it still has the pollen on his legs. He does not have a stinger anymore. So my guess is he stung an animal or a person, and he was just on the sidewalk, but his wings are perfect. And I think we're gonna try a resin project to see if we can perfectly preserve him. And in the meantime, he's just gonna sit on my spring altar because bees are the first sign of spring. And I hope you guys are doing something fun today. It is the 16th, and my calendar says I connect with myself through fun and play. Play is an important part of self-care. Throw yourself a little party with a green theme to bring in all the luck and prosperity that it represents. So I hope you guys are having a great weekend. May the luck of the Irish be with you. And there's one of my paper mache mushrooms that I was talking to you guys about. So anyway, and there is my the little mini basil plant that I started from seed. So it's doing very well, and I have to spin him around because he likes to grow towards the window. Okie dokie. Bye, guys. Well, hello there. I'm going to add a few more things to the video. So this I just picked up. We had to go to Walmart because we forgot something. Milk and some cold medicine. And I went to my neighborhood thrift store. And this bottle is about 4 feet tall, 3.5 feet tall. It's very sturdy glass bottle. The outside needs to be cleaned. It's completely filled with wine corks, and I'll craft something with the wine corks and use the bottle for branches or whatever. It comes with a preserved damselfly and a pack of matches that's in here, and who else knows what else is in the bottle. But I've been eyeing it for a while. It was regularly $25, half off today, so $12.50. And there is another one that's slightly tinged yellow, and if it's still there next week when it's 75% off, I will get the yellow one as well, so I can have it. Also today I picked up this little candle holder. It was from World Market. At some point in time it was 50 cents, and it was a couple dollars for this wood carved candle stand. It has a little bit of a break in it right there, but I think a little bit of wood glue and putting a clamp around it should glue it up. And this will need a little TLC, but for $5, it's very heavy. I love boxes, and I love Asian style boxes. And this one opens up to a mirror. And the drawers are pretty long, about 7 inches long, lined with paper. And the inside of here is also lined. Now it's been loved. It's worn right there and along the crease mark there. There's some little handles on the side. It's chipped a little bit down there and right there and there. But I think if I get a red stain wood marker, you won't be able to notice it, but I don't really care anyway. Even if I do notice it, I like it. Okay, I think that's gonna be all my thrifting for the week. Tomorrow we're going to a car show and to the bird preserve. We didn't go last week because of the rain, but I will film more then. Okay, bye guys. Okay, so this is my favorite spot of Savers where I go first place in to go check out the books. Each section is like, we have one that's westerns and mysteries. There's another section that's romance. I regret not getting this. This was one of those travel easels. It's kind of like on a dolly. I should have gotten it. I went there last week and I meant to go back the next day. As I was thinking about it, I forgot. It was 2 days later and it was gone. Oh, I regret it. But I didn't know if all the parts were there, so I wasn't willing to spend $15 on it without knowing. That's why I didn't get it. And then these shorts and this shirt, I should have picked it up, but my clothing coupon didn't start until the next day. So this is the indoor swap meet, and I don't know, there's probably 100, 150 spots in there. A lot of shops that sell things I like, incense and crystals and witchy supplies, and so there's probably, you know, a good 7, 8 vendors that sell similar things. Prices are pretty similar everywhere. Every second weekend of the month, they have an antique vintage section that you'll see here. You're not supposed to film, so you're just gonna have to. My husband wasn't walking in front of me, so I didn't get in trouble for filming because, you know, you're not supposed to. So it's pretty much all at, you know, waist level, so I didn't get yelled at. So just a little clips. Half of it was cool. Half of it was a little old lady-ish. I don't like country crafts, and I don't like over frilly things. I like cool vintage. I like glass, and I like furniture, and I love 70s. Anyway, I had to clip a lot of it because at the level I was doing it, it was mostly butts, and you know, no one needs to see a whole bunch of old people butts. This shop is cool. It's hippie, witchy type things. I like this shop a lot. Nothing I needed though, nothing, you know. And then we went to the Harley store because, you know, I have to humor the husband. The trikes at there were awesome, and he went to have $40,000 so he could buy a new trike. So anyway, thanks guys. Bye.